how to do it. Let me show you how to do it.
Okay, so this is a Tesla Model S, and the issue that I'm having with this car is my charge port, it shows it's open even though it's closed. Is for some reason it shows that it's open. And in this video I'm going to show you how I fixed my issue without replacing that entire charge port. So the charge port is right here on the tail light, and even though this is closed, it's showing open. A lot of people think it's a magnet or whatever, but in my case it's not. We'll talk a little bit more about in detail what exactly happens, but basically there's a drain right under right here. There's a drain hole, and that drain hole gets clogged. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, but I was able to take out the tail light. I'm not going to show how to remove the tail light. There's plenty of videos out there, but there's also like a drain pipe right here that connects that drain hole all the way to the bumper. And during the cleaning of that process you can dislodge that as well. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can fix that issue as well, in case if you were dislodging it, and how to properly clean that, instead of throwing chemicals in there and things like that. I tried that didn't really work. It doesn't really clean that well, so it's better that you remove everything and then clean that pipe properly. So let's get into the details. So there's a drain right there, and it's supposed to drain the water, and you can see the standing water right there. And what happens is there's a bunch of stickers and things like that. See, this is what I removed from inside. So these stickers are basically stick on these parts, and they left these stickers on, and that stickers eventually comes off, goes down, and you can see there's one stuck right there. And it just clogs. It just goes in, makes its way inside, and it just clogs the water way out. So that's what's happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that, snake it out a little bit, put some cleaner in there before I replace that part. Hi guys, so if you own a Tesla Model S and you are getting water in your trunk, especially in this area, I'll tell you what exactly is causing it. So there's a tail light here, the charging assembly is right here that charges your car. There is a drain plug right there, and this is a very common issue that that device sometimes fail, and people have replaced it. They have cleaned the drain, and what can happen is either, and this can happen anytime pretty much, but most likely when you have replaced your drain thing and somebody cleaned your drain or did whatever, and then after that, you may not realize it right away, but after a few days, whatever, you start seeing water or you have misty smell in there. So I would definitely check your water source right here. It can cause mold and issues like that, so that's why it's very critical. But I'll tell you what exactly is happening. So this drain plug, it basically goes into a tube, and then it connects. Well, it kind of comes out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can point that out. There's a drain plug right here. Let's see if I can zoom in. See this guy right there? That is this guy right there. This is the drain tube that basically that tube is connected to, and basically just supposed to release the water right here and then drain it out. Now that small tube sometimes get clogged right from here to this area, and that makes your charge compartment or the flap fail. But the issue is, if you're cleaning this, it's very possible, likely, especially if you add pressure to it. Let me show you what it looks like, and in the camera I'm going to show you what exactly that is. So here you can see this is the back portion of what I showed you guys behind that bumper cover. And what can happen is, let me show you where the tube is. It's probably here somewhere dangling. See this tube right there? There it is. The small piece just became dislodged. and that's what's causing it basically. Let me see if I can just get this out of the way. Anyways, now you guys can see the tube. So this tube can come loose and just kind of hang in there, and the water accumulates. It's just gonna bring the water in this area. It's just gonna drip it right here inside the body panel, and then it just eventually leaks inside the car, and that's bad. So you have to find out a way to connect that tube and back in this way, because that's the only way you can get the water out of there. Otherwise you're stuck. So do whatever you need to do. Pull this out because there's not enough room between this body panel and that body panel to work this. So anyways, just want to tell you, if you're cleaning this drain, you have to be very careful that you don't dislodge that, and highly recommend you put some water in there after you clean it and inspect to make sure the water is not coming inside. Okay, so to fix that issue, what you can do is, there's a cover right there, plastic cover, and there's very small room. As soon as you remove the cover, you can remove this piece. So this was the one that kind of goes in like this, and it connects to the drain. So it's basically kind of like this. And this is, when I remove it, you can see it's not back there because I just popped out. So you can pull it out, and I cleaned it. Guess what I found inside? This guy. It's like a little plastic piece. So, and of course I cleaned it. There's a lot of gunk that came out of it as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try to, right from here, I'm going to try to put this in, aim it with the camera. I don't know if I can feel it from here. Let me try. Yeah, in fact you can feel it right from here. So you can go ahead and insert it right from there, and then plug it right in, and this way you have a clean tube. Highly recommend take it out and pressure with a high pressure hose, blow this thing out and clean it. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and connect this right just like that, and make sure you do your negative test to make sure the water is not leaking out. Okay, so this is the angle, and what I did was I just put the camera here like that, and with the other hand I just kind of aimed it and made sure I go all the way up, and now I have this thing connected in there, rotate it, and there you go. So now I have a full drain plug connected from here. Let's go ahead and test it and make sure we have no water leaks. Hopefully I can get it out slower. Oops. There you go. That's amazing clean. And there I can see it's leaking right from there where it's supposed to. So perfect. Working good. Okay, we have to run the calibration on the charge port. So for that, we're going to go right here. Then you go into software, and you click on to, you hold on to this. There you go. And you put in service. Press enter. Now you're in the service mode. So once you're in the service mode, let it load up, and then these are the different things in there. So you can do the reinstallation of the software and things like that. Door handles, brakes, This is the AC stuff, low voltage battery, charging. So when you come into the charging section, this is where we have the HV system charging port and battery, but we're going to go into the charging and then we're going to click on to the charge port door calibration right there. So now you can also do the latch charge port latch calibration. So we're going to do the latch calibration because that's when the latch comes open and close, but we can also do the port calibration. So you have to do both of them if you install it. So, oops. Okay. This calibration motorized charge port doors on Model S and X. For running this routine, the gateway must be unlocked. So we're gonna unlock the gateway. The way you do it is you must have your key with you. Make sure the car is in park, which it is. We're gonna hold the right turn signal in the active position, meaning we're gonna turn the signal on to the right and then press on the brakes for 8 seconds. So right there, you just push it upwards. Hold it in this position, and then you put your foot on the brake for 8 seconds. And then you're going to start seeing this. It says it's unlocking the gateway. And now you have gateway unlocked for this time. Now we can do the charge port calibration and make sure charge port is closed, which it is. See it right there. Now the port came open. See it right there. So it times out. So we can run it again however many times you want, just to make sure the calibration goes well. And this is how you complete the calibration. Then you may want to come back to here and then you do that if you need to. But I don't need to in my case, so I'm just going to do the port calibration and that's it. So now you can see I am not getting an alert here that my charge port is open. There is no alerts here for bad sensor on the charge port, so that is clear. Look at that, my charge port is open. At least I'm not getting the alert over there. So quite frankly, I don't really care about the sensor telling me if my charge port is open or closed. I care less, you know, as long as I can open the charge port. I can open it right from here. You know, I just cannot close it. It won't close from here, but it does automatically eventually close. Or I can close it manually as well. You just have to wait a little bit, you know, because right now it's in charging mode. So if you're done, after that, you can close it manually, but here's the thing. You'll see it opens right back, but if you do it 3 times, it eventually closes and it stays closed. See? So you can manually close it like that. I can open it from here too, just press on it, and it opens up. And when you're not using it, and this port is also unlocked, so you can charge. It's not going to give you any issues, but it's closed. And again, no alert on the dash. So I think I'm happy with that. I don't care. I don't need to spend $300 or $400 just to get an alert on my dash that my charge port is open or closed. And I don't mind closing it manually as long as it's charging. So I did clean that drain plug in there so I don't get a failed motor over the years, but I'm very happy that fixed the issue.